Hi everyone, this is Cindy with Crying with the Heart, and I am back with a tutorial. So I'm going to try to do this tutorial, see how it goes. I have various different supplies that I might be using, and we'll see. So I'm going to be using the Pink Berry Blast from the Not Too Shabby shop, as well as, I think I used sentiments mostly out of these stamp sets. So this was the box of the month, I believe, for April. I believe it's for April. So I'm still kind of working with those. I haven't even used the stamps yet really properly. So what we're going to make is a simple junk journal. Now normally I would bind this, but I'm going to be binding it a little bit different than normal. So in order to make the base, we're just going to be using envelopes. These envelopes are a little bit larger than 5.5 by 4 1/4. I don't, because there's 5.5 and 4 1/4. So they're just like slightly bigger. I just happen to have them in my stash. So you use whatever you've got. But to make this base, all you do is take 2 envelopes and slide your envelopes in like this. And then you're just going to glue this back on here, and that's it. So if you want, you can create a little bit of a gusset inside to put your actual signature that you're going to do in here. I'm not going to stitch it this time. I've done many on my channel where I haven't shown you, but I've had those stitched very easily, and so I probably will at some point do one where I stitch it. But this one is just a really simple, small junk journal, and that's all you do. That's it. So that's basically it. So I've got this one right here. I did do a little bit of a gusset, a 1/4 inch gusset, and I just kind of fit in my pieces. And then all I do, and now you could, if you wanted to, you could create a pocket with this back page. I don't. So it just depends on what you want to do. And so there you go. That's it. So super easy. What I did also with this is I actually trimmed this down a little bit because, let's see, where is it at? On the top. I trimmed it down a little bit because I thought this was open at the top. Maybe. I thought I had it open at the top. So I trimmed it down just a little bit, and then I kind of like glued it closed a little bit so that, you know, it'll stay. I think, make sure that I did glue it closed. Okay, so I actually trimmed mine down a little bit because it was a little bit big. But anyway, no worries. I think, oh, I know, I trimmed down the inside pages. I'm sorry, I got confused. So let's go ahead and get started with how I decorate. So I am using that paper pad. And so the way that this one is I don't have to cut my paper down too much. I like a little bit of a border around it. So however much border you want, you can cut your paper down into that size. Now my paper is a little bit heavier, which is nice. It's a heavier weight. And what's good about that is it's going to give some structure to your journal because the envelopes are very, very thin. Here. And so I'm just going to put this on the front. And that. And then I've got this piece that goes down here. And so I used quite a bit of scrap in here also. I've made 2 cards that were left from everything that I had from my this project that I made with this paper, and now I'm making this project, and then I had enough for 2 cards, so that'll be for another like video. So then I've got this piece right here, which I'm going to put, go ahead and put this down, and I hope my ATG lasts. If not, then I'll just use glue. So there we go. And then I'm going to put her down. Let's see how do I want to do this. Do I want to do it up here? So you kind of decide how you want. I think I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and set this down. And so this is just a really easy project. I like doing a project like this because it uses up a lot of paper, but also it's very usable too. And I've shown completed albums that I've done here on my channel, but I mean, these make really fun gifts too. So, all right. So let's put this down. This is all the ephemera from the Very Berry line from Not Too Shabby Shop. Okay, so now we have the inside. So what I've done, this is going to actually be my spine piece. Put that over to the side. Is I've got some different things here. What am I doing here? And let's see. I've got, so I think I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. Okay, so I think this is what I'm doing for this and this. I think this is my back piece maybe. We'll see. So this is what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to go ahead and lay this paper down. And I have some glue handy in case I run out of ATG, because it never fails that when you're in the middle of a project, you run out of ATG. So, and I have some tape runners places too, so I need to keep those handy. So there's that one. And then I'm going to put this down. And so I'm just gluing the top and the bottom because it's going to create a pocket. And like that. And then this is going to go right here. So just a little belly band pocket. Nothing fancy. So there's that. And then I've got my little kitty cat. Okay, so now I've got this side. I'm just going to write down. If you wanted to, you could design it so that this can be used as a pocket. I usually prefer not to because I like a little bit more stability in my journal. Okay. So we have that. And same thing. So they're different sizes because I'm using like scraps that I had left. So it's kind of just that. And this one is going to go in here like that. And then I'm going to glue her down. So I'm using the ephemera that came in my box. And then I'm using the paper. And I use a little bit of the stamp sets. Okay, so that is our almost our cover. We're going to put this on the back. And we're not going to do our spine until we get to the end. So let's see, I'm getting to the end of my ATG. So let's do that. And okay, so there we go. That is my card, my journal base. And now, set those aside, I'm going to work on some various pieces of things. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so what I have here is a inside piece. This is going to be my signature, and I trimmed it down so that it would fit. So I've got these little pockets up at the top, and I sealed the side because I trimmed it down just a tad, because when I put it in my journal, I don't want it to stick out. So I did cut it down a little bit, but it left this like flap up here. So I'm not really too concerned about it because I'm actually going to glue this down. And so it's going to do everything for me. And actually for this one, I'm going to go ahead and just use score tape because I really want to make sure that that piece gets, this flap right here gets glued down. So I'm actually probably going to even put a little bit of score tape. I'm not going to use a lot of score tape unless I run out of ATG. So yeah, so you could do whatever you want. You could use a piece of paper and fold it. You could do different sizes of paper. I happen to have envelopes out. So I just did the same kind of thing where I put the envelope inside of each other. And then I kind of trimmed it down a little bit so that it'll fit in my journal cover a little bit better. But you could do whatever makes sense to you. I mean, you could do paper. If you see my other videos, you'll see that I used different paper. If you watch other people's videos, that's what they do. They use like text, they use scrap paper, they use, book paper, whatever you want to use, but I think it's kind of good. So there's that. And then actually, I'm going to put this on the front. So put this on the front. And I'm running out of ATG. It's very, very close. All right, and I just used an ephemera piece here on the bottom. Okay, so I've got this. And let's see here. I'm going to do... Actually, I'm going to leave that one blank. I'm going to do this one on this side. So I'm going to be almost done with this ATG. It's going to totally die on me. So I'm just going to quickly use some of this, and actually I'm going to use some glue. So this is just some glue that I had handy at because I have a desk that I do most of my crafting on, and this one is just like for projects that explode outside of that, as well as like filming. So I try not to get it too like fill with stuff. I try to keep at least a spot clean on the desk so I could do filming. So here you go. There's that. And then so there you go. And that's that. And then this is going to be the back. I'll put this there. And so I made some simple tags, which I'll show you in just a second. And that way you could put pictures, you could put a note. And let's see, I'm just gonna this part is not glued down. So, and then this, let's see, I think I'll just put this right here. Okay, so for my tags, I just cut some white cardstock. I have that punch that does the slant, the We Are Memory Keepers slant punch. So I just used it on the sides here, and then I just used a hole punch for the middle there. I actually used my my crocodile for that hole. And so I did one here, and then I did this one where I used my like European style punch right up there. And so I think I just need a little bit of ribbon. So I'm gonna cut a little bit of ribbon here to put through the hole. And so this is just some grosgrain ribbon that I have like right handy. And so I'm going to trim this and this, and I'm going to put these in the, did I glue it down too much? Maybe I did. Let's see, how about this? Oh, this one works. So put this one in here. Just that one. And then this one, oh, there it is. Like it just needed to be stretched out. Okay, there we go. It's like really, okay. Let's see. Oh, I got glue. All right. There we go. So this is not, this one does not want to work. There we go. Okay, so phew. See, this one slides out pretty well. This one, not so much. So this one, I think maybe I'm going to glue this one shut, and then I'll put this one somewhere else. I'm going to glue this shut. So I think this one, the pocket is just a little bit too tight, so I'm not going to worry about it. So I've got this, which I'm going to have to find a place for. I don't know if it's going to fit here. I'll find a place for that one. Okay, so we have this, and we have this. Then we have this. Oh, that doesn't work. So I'm going to glue these down. So on top. So this will make another pocket. This one I'm just going to glue all the way down. So it'll be a decoration. Okay, so there's that and that. And then I'll put this one right here. And then this one I'll just stick right here. Okay, and then that fits in here. And then I'm going to decorate. So these are all just going to get glued right there. This is going to be right here. And this one is going to get glued right here. And then this one I'm going to put right here. Okay, so that. And then this is going to get decorated. This one here. And so I just really used up a lot of the paper and the ephemera, and this is all very kind of free flowing. I mean, I did cut everything ahead of time because, you know, to save, you know, time, but I mean, the truth is it's one of those projects that you kind of just go, okay, I have this paper left and that paper left, and then you just kind of, you know, work it out. I'll just put this here. So okay, there's that, and then the back. And so I just glued one side of that. Okay, so now I have this doily too. So I'm actually going to do a little tiny bit of glue inside here in case I don't catch it really well when I staple it. Okay, so here are all of my signature. There's my book. And then the back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little pocket back here. I think what I'm going to do, because I did not plan very well in terms of closing this thing. So what I'm going to do is I wanted to see what kind of stuff I have, but I think so maybe we can do something about this. Okay, so let's do this. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue back here. And I'm going to see about what I can do in terms of a pocket. So I have this left. So because I really did use all the paper, I'm pretty sure, that I'm going to cut that down. So I've got my paper trimmer. And I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to use this to make a pocket. All right. All right, so I'm going to use this to make a pocket. And sorry, I almost did my pocket upside down. Okay, so here we go. Let's see, just fit in there. Okay, so, and I'm actually, okay, so I'm going to make a little gusset. All right, so all I did was I just freeform pretty much measured this. And it's going to be good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use score tape for this because I really do like to use score tape when I do pockets because, you know, I don't like to wait for glue to dry, basically. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and just do this, and so take our tape off. There we go. And, ooh, gotta attach that. All right, so there we go. There's that. And our pocket. Like that. Okay, so now we're ready to attach our signature. Now, oops, flying off. I'll put that in at the end. Okay, so I'm going to be using a stapler. So I have one of these long range staplers. So I guess I'm kind of cheating, I guess. But that's what I have. So I'm going to make sure that all my pages are lined up. And I staple, and then I staple, and I bought this on Amazon like ages ago, and it was not very expensive, so I've had it a while, and I do find that I use it quite a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tie this right now, because I'm going to be very loose knot. Okay, so there's that. Now I've got this piece. So you basically just kind of eyeball this, and you want to fit it right over. Okay, so to do this one, I'm going to do a combination of things. I'm going to do score tape on the very edge, and then I'm going to do glue in the middle. So it's like, so then I'm going to do then carefully remove the score tape and try not to get glue all over yourself. There we go. And then we put this. Okay, and then you kind of press down. So there that is. There that is. There is that? I don't know. So then we have some interesting ribbon that I actually had gotten in a swap. I haven't done a swap in forever. Not because I don't want to, but because I don't really see very many swaps on there anymore. It used to be a lot of swapping happening. And I find that there isn't very much anymore. So I'm going to cut 2 of these. So whatever ribbon you have, or lace, or whatever you want to decorate, that's up to you. I've used pom-pom trim. I've used all kinds of things. But the way that you want to put it down is, oh, that's a big glob, is all right, which is fine because and I have one of these little handy dandy things after like burning my finger like really bad on glue tape, on glue, hot glue. It's like, you can buy these really cheap. I've had this one forever. So there's that. So there's that. I like that. And then I'm going to do the other side back here with the other glue. I mean, with the other ribbon that I cut. And let's use this to press it down. And man, I can feel the heat even through this silicone little finger thing. Okay, so there's that. And then this is gonna fit in there. Okay, so then I'm going to undo this because I'm going to see if there's anywhere that I want to put some ribbon. But here you go. So this is what it looks like inside. And so, let's see. I think I will put a little bit. Let's see. I think I'll use this one. Yeah, this I got from a swap, and I love the fact that I'm using it. Ooh, I have the glue gun on my lap, and it was burning me. Okay, so now we're just gonna get. I like to just cut my. So I'm gonna do this. Okay, so I'm going to put some right here. And put this because I'm done with this. Okay, so I'm just going to do a couple things with the lace, and then we'll do a quick walkthrough. So I'll just put some hot glue at the edge of here, and then I just use the lace. You've got like a little bit of time to like move it and all of that. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do this one right here. And then I'm going to measure it first. Let's see. Do I want to? Yeah, I'll do this one. Ooh, it's hot. I'll do this one. And then we'll do a walkthrough. Okay, so there's this one right here. Okay, so let's move that out of the way. Yeah, I'm a messy crafter, so like the actual place where I do most of my crafting, that desk has like a little spot to work right now because I've worked on a lot of projects, and so things got crazy. Okay, press this down. And kind of let it dry enough before I... Okay. So, this is the project. And you can see it took about, well, and I had everything cut down. But this is a project that you can do in like 2 hours. So, all made with envelopes and cardstock. That's it. So here, this is my closure. It's just ribbon. And then here's the back. And in the back, I just made that impromptu pocket. And that fits there. And so here we have a belly band. I made a little mini tag there. And then we've got this. And we have this. And so this is doesn't have anything in it, so you can put whatever you want there. And then of course we have our tag up here. And then we have our ribbon. And then we have this one. This is a belly band that you could put stuff in. And then this one I did make a little mat. And then that's it. And then you just loosely tie it off. And that's it. So I think it came out very cute. Thank you for watching. This is Cindy Crank the Heart.